Hey Firebirds, welcome to another episode of The Fire Behind the Birds. Today we're at the Orleans Historical Society, and I have the pleasure of sitting with Robbie Lavey. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So, after Wareham's game the other day, very exciting game for you. You won the Cape League's Player of the Day. That is not easy. This is an incredible league, very talented. Did you expect to achieve something like this when you found out you were coming to the Cape?
I mean, it's not really something I put thought into. I just kind of wanted to come up here and play hard every day. But it definitely was really cool. It's a great honor to, have that under my belt now.
So until recently, you kind of rotated with Sebastian Pisagrita for catcher, and then against Wareham, you were assigned to left field, which is a position that you haven't even played in at school, let alone here. And then not only were you unfazed by it, but you nailed it. You had a perfect day going 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, 2 walks, and a single.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So how do you think that performance reflects who you are as a player?
I mean, I think it shows how versatile I am, how I can kind of go out there every single day and just give my best. And, anywhere you put me, I'll be able to help the team.
And then coach said that they need your at bat in the lineup and they always want you there. How does that make you feel?
I mean, that's awesome. You always want to be the guy that you need in the lineup. So it's definitely it's really an honor that he said that. I didn't know he said that. So it's cool.
And he came up to you after the game and said that it looks like you've been playing that position for years. That's another huge accomplishment to hear from coach. Can you talk about the hard work that you've put in to get to this point?
I mean, just, throughout my whole life, I love baseball. It's kind of something that I haven't really thought about as work. It's just going out there and doing what I love. So, I mean, I'd say that it's really cool to have someone say that about something that I've never done before, and how it almost feels natural, but it's not at all. But yeah, it's really awesome. It's really awesome. It felt really good.
And then you're going to be at first base today. Have you played that before?
Yeah, so I've played first base for a couple years now, but it's something that I picked up once I got to college. I was mainly just a catcher in high school, so I'm more comfortable there.
So you said that George Washington was the only school that recruited you out of high school. With the transfer portal, you could go anywhere you want, and you said that you want to stay at George Washington. What keeps you going back there?
I mean, just the people, I think, is the most important thing for me. The coaching staff, Greg Ritchie, Tyler Cavanaugh, and other people there, players, have just made such a strong impact in my life. I want to, not only pay that forward, but also just continue to be a part of that. They gave me an opportunity when, not a lot of other schools gave me an opportunity. And I feel such a strong connection there. So I really want to stay there. It's also, I want to develop. I want to play every day. It's a great place where I know I can make an impact. So I really do love GW and all the people there. So, yeah.
So after the last home game, some kids came up saying, "We love Coach Robbie." Outside of the field, and obviously you're learning a lot about yourself as a player and you're growing in that aspect, but what have you learned outside of the field from this experience?
I mean, just it's kind of crazy to me how much this team means to the community. I think it's so cool and something that we might not get to see at GW. It's a little bit of a smaller program, and our field's off campus, but it's really cool. The camp, how excited these kids are to come every day and be a part of what we have. It's really cool. It's really cool. And it's funny because we have at camp they assign teams and we play some scrimmages, and I heard a story of some other camps counselors had 2 teams. They had the Red Sox and the Firebirds, and all the kids who got put on the Red Sox team were distraught, just in tears, or just so upset that they weren't on the Firebirds. And I just think that's so funny because it's we're the Firebirds. To me it means so much, but it's also I look up to those guys on the Red Sox. So I would want to be on the Red Sox, and it meant so much to them. It's so awesome. It's truly an honor to be a part of it and get the opportunity to play here. So
Yeah, there's a lot of kids that look up to you guys and just absolutely love baseball. Where did your love of baseball come from?
I think just my family, my dad especially, he's a diehard baseball fan. Grew up, I watched him, just the way that he followed the game and MLB and all of that. I think I just picked it up from him just naturally.
And where does your motivation come from?
I recently came to my faith, and I think that's the most important thing in the past 2 years for me. Is really motivated me to try to play and keep playing at the next level. Is just to kind of like share the gospel with people and kind of let others know like the experience that I've had in faith, because I didn't grow up in the church, and Jesus has made such a strong impact on my life. So I like every single day. It used to be like I was playing baseball because I like baseball, and now it's like I want to play baseball because I like baseball, but I also want to try to share the gospel, and I want to, make an impact on other people's lives. And I think that's definitely changed my perspective on things, and it's made the game way more fun. It's, gives it a bigger purpose than just playing to play. So, yeah.
That's incredible. And I heard you in the dugout the other day asking if anyone wanted to do a pregame prayer. How do you think that, you're able to impact the team with faith?
I think that just like letting others know and kind of like sharing the greater purpose in life is really so important. Like our games, they feel like they're so like make or break, like do or die. But then you kind of like, if you just take a step back and like look at it, you're like, this is just such a great opportunity to come out here and, be with the people, the supportive people in Orleans, and just come out and have a good time and like really enjoy the game. Like it's such a cool opportunity to be here. I mean, just this exhibit we're in, like there's so much history here. Like if you think about it in just like a bigger perspective, like it's so cool to be a part of this and to kind of like make an impact here. So I definitely think that like that perspective and that just view of life and faith is so important. And I really I'm so grateful I get that opportunity to try to make that impact on other people.
Your gratitude radiates from you, like everyone can see it. So you've done a great job with that. And as you mentioned, there's so much history with this team and so many greats that have come through here. As you could be one of those future greats, I want to help the Firebirds get to know you a little bit more. So you used to have a YouTube channel. Well, I still don't know the name of the YouTube channel. I know that you used to post some BMX videos and you used to do some grilling. What's your favorite thing to grill?
I grill a lot of just like burgers, steaks, hot dogs, things like that, like normal, just American foods. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like it was me and my friend Michael Witzak. Shout out to Michael Witzak. He doesn't live in my area anymore, but I miss him. We were bored and wanted to do something fun, and yeah, I don't know. It just kind of came from that.
We just had to let the fans know. And then it's just one more thing. So we're going to play a little game of this or that. Okay?
Okay.
So would you rather spend time in the beach or the mountains?
I think the mountains.
Really?
Yeah.
We're out here at the beach.
Yeah, I know. I like the beach.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the beach, but I think a good like hike or something, just being out in nature is really, really nice. So.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
I respect that. Okay, hot dog or hamburger, sticking with baseball foods,
Hamburger for sure.
Really?
I think that's the only correct answer. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Knack yet, one of our sponsors?
I have actually, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And then pink Crocs or blue Crocs?
Pink Crocs or blue Crocs? I don't know. That's a hard question. I feel like it depends on like your vibe for the day. I think blue Crocs just because you can kind of like use them for whatever. But like I feel like a good like pink Croc. I have a really weird story about pink Crocs because like when I was like 5 years old or maybe even younger.
18 months.
You know this story?
I didn't ask you about pink or blue Crocs for no reason.
Okay, well, so when I was 18 months old, my mom took me to the store to go look at shoes with my brother, and I put on a pair of pink Crocs and walked away while my mom was trying to help my brother look at shoes. And I escaped from the mall. You could probably finish the story if you know the story. I didn't know you knew the story. But yeah, my mom thought I got abducted at the mall, and yeah, I didn't get abducted. I just was walking around, staring at my pink Crocs. So.
And they found you by asking people if they had seen a little kid wearing pink Crocs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Do you have any to this day?
No, I have a pair of white Crocs, but not pink Crocs. No.
Okay. Actually, Michael O'Shaughnessy, who I just interviewed, was wearing white
White
Crocs.
Crocs. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So then back to a serious note. What have you learned so far from this season with the Firebirds?
Oh, yeah, a lot of things, honestly. The most important thing is that like failure is like kind of important for getting better. I think that's one of the things that like this whole year has taught me, that you kind of need failure to grow. And that's why like coming to Cape Cod is so cool, because everyone here is so good. And if you get the opportunity to fail, you're also getting the opportunity to learn and grow as a baseball player. So I think it's really cool that I get to be here and compete with people who are honestly so much better than I am, because it holds you to a higher standard. Like you start to develop into a better baseball player. So I think that it's really cool.
Well, you sound extremely humble when you're talking about these things, but obviously you got the player of the game a couple days ago. You're pretty outstanding even in this league. How do you balance humility and confidence in this game?
I think just my faith, like knowing that my purpose is not set in baseball and what I do on the field. It's kind of what I like to do off the field and who I meet and the relationships that I build. I think putting my real like emphasis into that is really what has changed my perspective and given me some opportunity to kind of just have more joy in life and enjoy the game a little bit more. So.
And if you were to look in the future about 5 years, what would you hope to have achieved by that point?
I mean, just make it to Major League Baseball. I think that's every baseball player's dream. It's been my dream since I was a tiny kid. Just getting the opportunity to play in the best league in the world, honestly. So, yeah.
What would your dream team be?
I mean, I'm an Orioles fan, being from the DMV, but honestly, any team that gives me the opportunity to play for them, I would be more than grateful to be there and be a part of that. So, yeah.
Well, they would also be very lucky to have you. Do you have any final words for the Firebirds fans?
No, just thank you all for your support. I mean, it's been more than I could ever like even understand or just like expect. So thank you guys. You guys are so awesome, and go Birds.
Go Birds. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.